Beware of false prophets, for they come cloaked in promises of prosperity and wealth. They speak of the allure of guaranteed riches, a siren song that has lured countless individuals into the depths of financial despair. The stock market, with its promise of financial freedom, attracts dreamers and risk-takers alike. It is a place where ambition meets opportunity, where fortunes can be made with a single trade, or lost just as quickly. But beneath the surface lies a world fraught with uncertainty, where the line between success and failure is razor thin. It's a place where fortunes can be made, but it's also a breeding ground for those who prey on the hopes and aspirations of others. Like moths drawn to a flickering flame, many are captivated by the allure of guaranteed profits. They fall victim to the seductive whispers of self-proclaimed stock market gurus peddling foolproof systems and secret strategies. These promises, often wrapped in the guise of expertise, are designed to exploit the innate human desire for security and success. These individuals, often charismatic and persuasive, exploit the common desire for quick and easy wealth. They weave tales of their own success, painting a picture of a life free from financial worry, all while leading unsuspecting investors astray with their deceptive promises. The truth is, there's no such thing as a guaranteed path to riches in the unpredictable world of stock market investing. Every investment carries risk, and even the most seasoned investors face losses. The market is a dynamic and ever-changing entity, influenced by countless factors that no one can fully control or predict. The market is a complex ecosystem driven by a multitude of factors, from global economic trends to political events and even human psychology. This complexity makes it impossible to predict outcomes with absolute certainty, no matter how convincing a strategy may seem. Yet these so-called gurus, with their air of authority and confident pronouncements, would have you believe otherwise. They present themselves as gatekeepers to a world of untold wealth, offering exclusive insights and strategies that promise to unlock the market's secrets. They entice you with tales of their own extraordinary success, showcasing lavish lifestyles and extravagant possessions as evidence of their market-conquering prowess. But these displays are often nothing more than a carefully constructed facade designed to lure in those desperate for a taste of the same success. However, what they often fail to reveal are the substantial risks involved and the potential for devastating losses that accompany any investment strategy. For every story of success, there are countless untold tales of failure and financial ruin. It's crucial to remember that the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but a long-term game that requires patience, discipline, and a solid understanding of investment principles. True success comes not from chasing shortcuts, but from building a foundation of knowledge and making informed decisions over time. Don't be swayed by the allure of instant wealth or fall prey to the seductive promises of those who claim to hold the keys to the kingdom. Instead, focus on developing a strategy that aligns with your goals and risk tolerance, and be prepared to weather the ups and downs of the market. True financial success in the stock market is built on a foundation of knowledge, careful analysis, and a long-term perspective. It is a journey, not a destination, and one that rewards those who approach it with diligence and a clear-eyed understanding of its challenges and opportunities. The illusion of easy money has always been a tantalizing prospect. It's a dream that has captivated people for generations, promising a life of luxury and freedom without the grind of hard work. Unmasking the tactics of stock market gurus reveals how they exploit this dream to their advantage, often at the expense of unsuspecting individuals. The allure of easy money is a powerful motivator, and stock market gurus are masters at exploiting this desire. They craft narratives that tap into our deepest aspirations, making us believe that financial independence is just one secret strategy away. They prey on the human tendency to seek shortcuts, offering seemingly simple systems and strategies that promise to unlock the secrets of the market. These systems are often marketed as foolproof, designed to appeal to those who feel overwhelmed by the complexity of investing. Their tactics are often shrouded in an aura of exclusivity, suggesting that they possess insider knowledge or a unique ability to predict market movements. This exclusivity creates a sense of urgency, making people feel that they must act quickly to gain access to these so-called secrets. One common tactic is the use of testimonials and success stories, often fabricated or exaggerated, to lend credibility to their claims. These stories are carefully curated to evoke emotions, making potential customers believe that they too can achieve similar success. They showcase individuals who claim to have achieved life-changing wealth by following their methods, further fueling the illusion of easy profits. These success stories are often accompanied by visuals of luxury cars, exotic vacations, and stacks of cash, creating a powerful image of what could be. These gurus may also resort to using complex jargon and technical analysis, creating an air of sophistication and expertise to intimidate and impress their audience. By doing so, they position themselves as indispensable guides in the confusing world of finance. However, beneath the veneer of sophistication and exclusivity lies a carefully constructed facade. The reality is that many of these so-called strategies are either overly simplistic or outright scams, designed to profit the guru rather than the investor. True experts in any field, particularly in the complex world of finance, understand that there are no shortcuts to success. They know that building wealth requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to learn from both successes and failures. They recognize that the stock market is subject to a multitude of influences, making it impossible to predict with absolute certainty. Economic trends, geopolitical events, and even human behavior all play a role in shaping market movements. Genuine financial advisors and investors spend years, even decades, honing their skills, studying market trends, and developing a deep understanding of investment principles. They rely on data, research, and experience rather than flashy promises or gimmicks. Instead of falling for the allure of easy money, investors should approach the stock market with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to self-education. This means questioning bold claims, seeking out credible sources, and taking the time to understand the risks involved. The true path to financial success lies in understanding the fundamentals of investing, conducting thorough research, and making informed decisions based on sound principles, not on the empty promises of self-proclaimed gurus. By taking control of your financial education, you can build a future that is both secure and rewarding. The price of deception. The hidden costs of misguided trust. These costs often remain invisible at first, lurking beneath the surface of enticing promises and seemingly sound advice. The allure of quick riches is a powerful motivator. It taps into our deepest desires for financial freedom, success, and the ability to live a life of comfort and luxury. The persuasive tactics of stock market gurus, often delivered with charisma and confidence, can be incredibly enticing. They promise shortcuts to wealth, strategies that seem too good to be true, and a sense of exclusivity that makes their advice feel invaluable. But these promises often lead many down a path of misguided trust, where the line between calculated risk and reckless gambling becomes blurred. However, the price of this misplaced faith can be steep. It's not just about losing money, it's about the cascading effects that follow. Significant financial losses are often the first and most visible consequence. These losses can derail long-term financial goals, such as saving for retirement, buying a home, or funding education. But beyond the numbers, there's a bitter sense of disillusionment that sets in. The realization that you've been misled can be a hard pill to swallow. When you blindly follow the advice of someone without verifying their credentials or understanding the risks involved, you place your financial future in jeopardy. It's akin to gambling, where the odds are stacked against you, and the house always wins. These self-proclaimed experts, often motivated by their own financial gain, exploit the hopes and fears of their followers. They promote high-risk strategies or even outright scams, leaving others to bear the brunt of the fallout. The aftermath of such deception is not limited to financial losses. It extends to emotional and psychological tolls that can linger for years. Beyond the immediate financial ramifications, there's the emotional weight of being misled. The feelings of betrayal, anger, and regret can be overwhelming. The realization that you've been deceived can shake your confidence to its core, making you question your own judgment and decision-making abilities. This emotional toll often leads to feelings of isolation and self-doubt, as individuals grapple with the consequences of their misplaced trust. Anger, regret, and a loss of confidence are just the beginning. These emotions can spiral into a broader sense of distrust, not just towards financial advisors but towards people in general. This loss of trust can have a ripple effect, influencing personal relationships, professional decisions, and overall mental well-being. The impact of misguided trust doesn't stop at the individual level. It can strain family dynamics, create tension in relationships, and even lead to financial disputes. Financial stress is one of the leading causes of conflict in relationships, and the fallout from poor investment decisions can exacerbate these tensions. Over time, this can create a sense of distrust towards legitimate financial advice and resources, making it even harder to recover and move forward. Furthermore, the time and energy wasted on chasing misguided strategies can be substantial. Hours spent researching, attending seminars, and following false leads could have been better invested elsewhere. Instead of focusing on building a diversified portfolio or learning sound investment principles, many find themselves stuck in a cycle of chasing after the next big thing. This cycle of chasing hot tips and secret systems often leads to repeated disappointment, eroding both financial stability and personal morale. Remember, the true cost of misguided trust extends far beyond the immediate financial losses. It impacts your confidence, consumes your time, and drains your energy. The psychological effects can be long-lasting, creating barriers to future success and personal growth. To protect yourself from these pitfalls, it's essential to approach investing with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to due diligence. Educating yourself about the realities of investing is not just a safeguard against scams, it's an investment in your own future. By taking the time to learn, question, and verify, you can build a foundation of trust in your own abilities and make informed decisions. In the end, the best way to avoid the hidden costs of misguided trust is to empower yourself with knowledge and take control of your financial journey.